City is suggesting changes to the bylaws of one of Portland's largest police oversight groups.
Working to hold our leaders accountable, Joelle Jones reviewed that meeting. She joins us live with concerns of members from the group and the community. Joelle?
Well, Jeff, Liz, that group was formed in part to help increase accountability and oversight for police, which is why several members expressed concerns over these new proposed changes, which some are arguing would grant the city more control and less accountability.
The very important parts that we said we wanted to do, they're gone. They're gone.
Members of the Portland Community Engaged Policing Committee expressed confusion and concern during yesterday's public meeting after the mayor's office proposed drafted changes to the group's bylaws. Changes members argued were not run by the majority of the group.
I really am concerned when we change the mission without people having actual input. And you know, I was told, as all we were, that you were taking suggestions, and suggestions are just that.
Formed in 2018, the advisory board was designed to act as a liaison between police and the public, while overseeing the 2014 settlement agreement between the Department of Justice and the city regarding excessive force used by police against people with mental illness. But as one member pointed out,
settlement agreement isn't even listed in our mission or the goals.
Some of the drafted changes presented by the city include removing mention of the DOJ settlement from their mission and goals, removing requirements for the mayor's office to support, and changing the policy which states the mayor can remove a PSEP member for misconduct to granting him, quote, discretion to determine when PSEP members are no longer fit to serve on the committee. And while representatives with the mayor's office say the draft is only a proposal which PSEP members may change and respond to,
it is not an attempt to try to change PSEP or control PSEP. It's truly just trying to relieve the administrative burden on all of you and give you something to work with that would hopefully address the concerns you've shared with us.
As one of the city's primary oversight groups, members and the public alike voiced concerns over how those changes, if passed, could impact accountability.
We need people not to come in and be aggressive, but to come in and take a stand and to have a voice that is maybe going to be counter. So it really feels problematic to have the mayor say, I want to be less involved in the day-to-day. I'm going to share this responsibility, but I want to have more power to remove people for less reasons.
Now, I reached out to the mayor's office for a response to some of those concerns, as well as some reasons behind the proposed changes, but was told that we would not receive a response by our deadline. But given the time constraints of the meeting and the discourse, PSEP decided to postpone, a vote on those proposed bylaws. So we will continue to follow this and bring you any updates as it develops. Reporting live in downtown Portland, I'm Joelle Jones, KOIN 6 News.